Om Shanti. Om Shanti. भाई बहने ओम शांति. ठंडा ठंडा बोलते हैं.
Daddy wants a little warmer
से बोलो ओम
now,
शांति.
warmly.
कल रात को अच्छी रोजान हुई. चिट चैट हुई. पिकनिक हुई.
Picnic, chit chat together.
किसको फायदा हुआ हाथ उठाओ.
Put your hands up if you were benefited by it.
वरना सब स्पष्ट है.
Everything is clear.
सारा भी आधार हो गया है पुरुषार्थ का.
And now you have understand that the whole foundation of your effort depends on the quality of your thought.
सूक्ष्म जानना है मूल वतन में.
We have to go to the soul world, and that is a
बदलना है
very
सूक्ष्म
subtle
वतन में.
thing. We have to transform in the subtle regions.
सूक्ष्म वतन में हम कैसे होंगे.
How will we be in the subtle regions?
एक बारी बाबा से पूछा था.
Once we asked Baba
बाबा सूक्ष्म वतन कहाँ है.
where the subtle regions are.
मुस्कुरा के बोला.
He smiled and said,
कहाँ है.
where is it?
अभी आपसे कन बताओ कहाँ है.
And so you say in a second, where is it?
इस आवाज की दुनिया से
It is beyond this world of sound. You have to go beyond your body.
बाबा की प्यार की शक्ति खींच लो.
Pull, draw to
अंदर की
yourself
सूक्ष्म
the love of Baba and go internally into your own subtle
अति
state.
सूक्ष्म
An
स्वच्छ
extreme
हो जाता है.
subtle state of being is very clean,
अति स्वच्छ.
absolutely clean.
उस घड़ी
At that moment,
वो जो स्वच्छता है ना.
that cleanliness,
ये भी स्वच्छता है.
of course here we have cleanliness,
वंडरफुल है.
but that is on a whole different level. It is wonderful, extraordinary.
जो सूक्ष्म अंदर संकल्प में कोई
If internally, subtly in your thinking there is something not quite right,
तो सारी स्थूल में साकार में
then everything physical in the material world, in the material physical play, that becomes the quality of your stage.
तो आज हम थोड़ा
So today, a little bit,
कल रात की रोजान के सार में
and of course the essence of yesterday evening's discussion,
बाबा कहते हैं
Baba says,
त्रिनेत्री त्रिकालदर्शी बना पे त्रिनेत्री.
first become the one with the third eye.
ये बाबा के बोल है ना.
This is Baba's
अंदर
words,
पावर बढ़ती है.
and it fills you with power.
एक सेकंड के लिए एक मिनट के लिए त्रिनेत्री हूँ.
I am one with the third eye for a second, for a minute. My third eye is open.
मैं आत्मा हूँ
I am
परमात्मा
a
का.
soul. I belong to the Supreme Soul. There is no third one.
कोई ख्याल नहीं.
I have no other concerns or thoughts.
बहुत ख्यालों में रहने से
Because of thinking a lot, we are in the habit of
संकल्प को
being
शुद्ध
in
करने की,
thought.
शांत रखने की
And so, to purify the thoughts
जरूरत
and
नहीं
to
है.
keep the mind very still, we are missing that intense desire.
संकल्प को शुद्ध
To keep the thoughts
शांत रखने
very
से
clean and quiet
बाबा बड़ा खुश होता है.
makes Baba very happy that, yes, this child has understood something. There isn't body consciousness.
जो body conscious में
In body
ऐसे
consciousness,
संकल्प रखते हैं.
all sorts of thoughts occur,
कोशिश करेंगे शांत रहूं,
and
संकल्प चल गया.
the
शांत
thoughts
रहूं,
will still
संकल्प चल गया.
occur even if you try to quieten them, because you're body conscious
नेत्री नहीं है.
and because you don't have your third eye
कारण कुछ भी
open.
चलाएगा.
You will move
कारण
things
बताने
around,
चलाएगा.
you will create reasons
वो
why
2,
it
4,
has
5
to
साल
be.
पहले की बात होगी, 2 महीने की
You
बात
will think about
वो
something
याद
for
करके चलाएगा
a
संकल्प.
few years ago or a few months ago, but you will find reasons to make your mind activated.
आप सबको पता है.
You will know
मुझे आत्मा का
that I, the
जितना बाबा
souls,
से प्यार है,
as much as I have love for
उतना परिवार
Baba,
से भी प्यार है.
to that extent I have love for the family.
फीलिंग आती है.
Do you get that feeling?
फीलिंग आती है तो
Put your hand up if you
परिवार
feel
से प्यार है.
that Daddy has so much love for the family. You also have love for the family. Why is there love for the family?
हर एक अपना पुरुषार्थ करे ना, मैं क्या करूं.
Each one is doing their own effort. I can't do anything about that, but
जल्दी करे
in
अब करे.
my thoughts, I want to do everything quickly and right away.
अपने प्रत्यय अब करना है. मुझे
For yourself, do something right now. Let there not be any laziness or carelessness in that.
वो ताकत नहीं है मेरे को
Those vices don't have the power to
पुरुषार्थ में अंधा डाले.
interfere with my efforts.
पर अगर हमारे में
But if within me
संकल्प की शुद्धि श्रेष्ठ नहीं है,
I don't have clean, pure thoughts, then there will be laziness and carelessness will have a chance.
सुस्ती और अलबेलाई
Carelessness and laziness
चांस मिलता है हमको अच्छा अपना बना करके
have the chance to pull me to their side. They find some reasons, some
ढंग
excuse,
से ख्याल वही चलाती है.
and they make my thinking that way.
तो डीप बात सुना रहे हो.
I'm telling you something very deep,
परंतु
but
मेरे बाबा ने
my Baba,
ब्रह्मा बाबा को सामने देखो.
you see Brahma Baba in front of you.
इतनी मुरली चलाते
He tells such Murli and then immediately goes into
जब
silence.
क्लास में आएगा ना,
When he'll come to class,
उसके पहले भी बाबा देखेंगे ना,
if you see Baba before that, he's in absolute stillness.
बाबा कहता था
Baba
चलो
used
मैं
to
बाबा को
say,
लेके आता हूँ.
okay, I'm bringing Shiv Baba with me, I'm bringing Baba.
तो
Let's
कमरे में जो
go.
बाबा बैठा था,
And the room where Baba
बाबा
was
लगता
sitting,
था, मेरा बाप है.
then he seemed to be my Baba when he was sitting there.
जब क्लास में आया
Then when he would come into class,
शिक्षक
then we see him, the teacher.
रूपी एकदम
His form was that of the great teacher.
1 घंटे में हम हिल न सके.
We couldn't move for an hour
मुरली चलाते
as he was speaking the Murli.
मुरली सुनते
While listening to the Murli,
यहाँ पढ़ते
or when we read it, if the thought went off in another direction,
कोई बात याद आई,
or something came into your memory, that would be not right. It's a very subtle checking.
अपन को चेक करके चेंज करना है.
We have to check ourselves and change this.
अभी करना है.
And we have to do it right now.
नहीं करेंगे
If we don't do it,
जो संकल्प को जिस तरह चलने आदत पड़ी हुई है,
then the thought has the habit of wandering off at the time when we should be concentrating.
बाहर वालों को किसी को शराब की आदत होंगी,
If some outside person is addicted to meat or alcohol or cigarettes, they won't let it go. But what are the habits of Brahmins?
यह सोचने की
To have waste thoughts.
नहीं छोड़ते हैं.
They can't let go.
मैं एक सेकंड आपको देती हूँ, मिनट देती हूँ.
If I give you a second or a minute, who has given up this habit of having waste thoughts?
ब्राह्मण हूँ.
I'm a Brahmin.
आज एक लाइन पढ़ी कोई अच्छी.
Today there was a line.
एक है बाबा के ब्रह्मा मुख वंशावली.
One is, I am the
ज्ञान सुनने वाले.
one who has been born through the mouth of Brahma.
की रचना.
The other is one who is born through the thought of Brahma,
ब्रह्मा के संकल्प की रचना.
the creation of Brahma's thought.
मुख से रचना.
Creation through the mouth.
अपना बनाया, गोद बिठा के अपना बनाया.
He made us his own, he placed us in his lap and adopted us.
और बाबा का मुझ आत्मा के प्रति
But what Baba has in terms of his feelings for I, the soul,
वो मैं कैच करूँ.
his thoughts for me, I must catch that.
वो रचना.
This is his creation.
बाबा के अंदर ही अंदर.
Going deep within Baba.
संकल्प बाबा का.
It is the thought of Baba.
वंडर है बाबा का.
It is the wonder of Baba.
बाबा कहते हैं
Baba says,
निमित्त मात्र संकल्प आएगा.
a thought will come simply
होने
instrumentally.
वाली बात है ना, करने की है ना.
And something has to happen. If it has to be done, the thought will arise only once, not repeatedly.
करे
then
न
the
करे
thing-
सोच में नहीं जाएगा.
You won't be concerned whether or not to
Silence का
do
time है
it,
ना.
because this is the time of silence.
Silence में रहो. जो
To
होने वाला
stay
है.
in silence, whatever has to happen, it will come in front of you.
हमको सोच में बाबा समय वेस्ट करने नहीं देता है.
Baba didn't allow us to waste time in thinking.
इसलिए त्रिकादशी बने.
And through this we could become the seers of the three aspects of time.
दुर्नीति से है आत्म अभिमानी स्थिति.
Through the third eye we attain the stage of the soul consciousness, and through seeing the three aspects of time we're able to rotate the knowledge of the time of the self.
स्व का दर्शन.
We are able to see the vision of the self through seeing the entire cycle of time.
संतान हूँ.
I am a soul, the child of the Supreme Soul.
मेरी बात समझ रहे हो ना.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You can nod your head if you
मैं
understand.
आत्मा हूँ.
I am the soul.
त्रिनेत्री है.
I have the
परमात्मा का
third
संतान
eye.
हूँ.
I am the child of the Supreme Being.
त्रिकादशी.
And then when I have the three aspects of time,
चक्कर घुमाया. ये
and I spin the cycle around my
परमात्मा
finger, index finger, I, the soul, the child of the Supreme Soul, spin the cycle of time around my self. I am that.
अनादि ईश्वर की संतान, आदि ब्रह्मा बाबा की संतान.
Eternally I am the child of God, and originally I am the child of
कल
Brahma.
भी मुरली में था, आज भी मुरली के मेरे में.
It was in the Murli yesterday and today.
बाबा याद दिलाता है.
Baba was reminding us, having come into this body,
बाबा के तन में
he cannot speak in the body of Krishna, he comes into the body of Brahma
सबको बताता है.
and tells us everything.
ये मेरे बच्चे,
Hey, my children,
ये संगम युग है, अंतिम जन्म है।
This is your last birth. This is the confluence age.
गति सदगति दाता एक बाप है।
This is the one Father who takes you to your correct destination of liberation and liberation in life. Each and every word of Baba's. He is the giver of the true destination. He gives to the entire world. What is contained within Baba's thoughts?
आत्माओं को
For souls.
बाबा ने कहा है,
Baba has said,
बाबा है फादर,
Shiv Baba is the father.
बाबा है ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर,
Brahma Baba, the great-great-grandfather.
उसको तो नींद की जरूरत नहीं है, अशरीरी है।
Shiv Baba doesn't need to sleep because he's bodiless.
अशरीरी है ना, शिव बाबा को नींद की जरूरत है।
So does he need to sleep?
है क्या, शरीरी
Does he
नहीं सोएगा
sleep?
कहाँ?
If he doesn't have a
क्या है
body,
क्या?
on what would he sleep? Does he have a bed?
और ब्रह्मा बाबा
But Brahma Baba,
तो एक बारी बाबा का बाबा
once
आप कहते शिव
I
बाबा
said to Baba, you say Shiv
सबका
Baba
बाप है, पर
is the
आपको
father
बच्चे
of
कहना
all,
है
but you, when you say
तो
children,
अच्छा लगता है।
we like it so much.
कहा उसके संग में आदत पड़ गई है मेरे को।
And he said, well, I'm used to being the father because of being in his company.
मैं बाप हूँ, ये बच्चे हैं मेरे।
He says, I am the father, these are all my
तो
children.
ये बात याद आते,
And so remember this,
शिव बाबा
Shiv Baba
हमारा ग्रैंडफादर, ब्रह्मा बाबा
is our grandfather, Brahma Baba.
ग्रैंडफादर से आंखें ऊपर करनी है।
For the grandfather, your eyes have to go up above. When
ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर सामने आ जाता
the
है,
great-great-grandfather comes in
पुत्र
front of
पोत्रे पर
you,
पोत्रे तर पोत्रे सबको प्यार करता है।
he gives so much love to all of his descendants,
बाबा की सीन को सामने रखो,
his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. He gives so much love to everyone. No one gives love like
बाप
Baba.
दादा दोनों इकट्ठे कर रहे हैं।
And it is Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba together, Bap Dada, who are
जैसे
doing
इन्होंने
this.
दो मिलकर एक हो गए,
They came together and became one
संगम युग पर।
during the time of the confluence age.
तो निराकार कहेंगे मैंने अपना ड्यूटी पूरी
The
की।
incorporeal one said, well, I completed my duty.
ब्रह्मा बाबा
And Brahma Baba,
को सो नारायण बनने के लिए
in order to become Narayan, whatever he had studied,
सुदर्शन चक्रधारी बनाया।
and he had been made into the spinner of the cycle of
चक्रवर्ती राजा बनाने के लिए सारा
self-realization so that he
राजयोग
could
से सारे
become
चक्कर में
the
ऊंचा पार हो
master,
गया।
the sovereign of the entire world. All this is due to being the spinner of the cycle. He is the elevated worship-worthy and the elevated worshipper, which was
बाबा
in the
बच्चों से पूछते
Murlis.
हैं मैंने जब
Baba
धन
asked
किया
the
कहाँ किया?
children,
बाबा आपके मंदिर बनाए ना।
where did all the money go? We said, well, we made your temples.
ये चेहरा बाबा का ब्रह्मा बाबा
This
का
face
था,
of Brahma
सोमनाथ का
Baba
मंदिर
was so wonderful. The temple of
अभी
Somnath
तक भी हीरे जवाहर उसमें है।
even now has diamonds in it.
लास्ट में भी जवारी था, हीरे का व्यापारी था।
And at the very end, he was a diamond merchant. He is the one who had made Somnath temple covered in diamonds. He had a very extraordinary
हीरे जवाहरों का व्यापार करना
power
मानो परखने की
to
शक्ति तेज हो।
discriminate the quality of the diamonds. If you want to do that business, you need good power of
जरा भी हीरे में दाग
discrimination.
ना हो,
There shouldn't be the slightest stain in the diamond or flaw,
वैल्यू कम है।
because that reduces its value.
आज के जमाने में
According to today,
झूठे जमाने में झूठ है ना,
there's a lot of false
तो बाबा के होते
things. At the time of Baba,
साकार में हमारे लौकिक फादर भी
my Lokik father also
जवारी था।
was a jeweler.
तो तृष्णापुली में
And so
मदुराई में
in Trishnapuri
वहाँ
and
इमिटेशन हीरे
Madurai,
निकाले थे।
they had created imitation diamonds.
ऐसे लगते थे,
And they seemed
चूड़े होते थे जहाँ ये होते थे,
Wherever you would put them, they would seem very beautiful diamonds, but in fact they were imitation, they were fake. And everyone was amazed. And this is the world where there is falsehood, everything is artificial, there is nothing real. But within this, Baba has made us into the true dealers. We do the true business. We are doing business. It's not business sitting in a shop making money, but day and night giving and taking. It's very subtle, through thoughts and vibrations. This is also remembered wherever I have stayed in India or in foreign countries, where all the neighbors are, they used to be worried, who's coming in our street, who are these people? But later on they became good friends. Wherever we were. Just to emerge this. Initially the people get confused. And now they feel, yes, when you are there, then we are safe. This is business. Very good business. There are very few who will do this business. Very few who will do this real, true business. That is, even there will not be any kind of disturbance or complaining or getting troubled in their speaking, but they will understand everything by signals. The subtle regions is the world of subtle regions. It's the movie world, signals. And so our thought, our experience tells us the essence of knowledge is all in our lives. The knowledge is clear in our intellect, but the essence of knowledge is what quality of life have we started to live. We have only one Baba, no one else. We know the knowledge of the cycle. Because it has completely freed us from questioning. We know exactly why, what has happened. We know each one has their own part. This is, one is doing that, that one is doing this. Why do we have to say this? Who is making a comment about it? First we think about it, then we comment about it. So that means it comes into your life. You think, you speak, and you make your life like that. But in the mind, let there be stillness, absolute stillness, and be very subtle. There's no sound, just deep silence. You are close to the soul world, far from the physical world, the master of the three worlds. From this physical world, your thoughts are very far away, and you are close to the subtle regions and the incorporeal world. The kind of silence of the soul world pulls you into the soul, subtle world, and then to the soul world. And so live like that in the physical world. You're here in the physical world instrumentally just to do service. Let this feeling come to you through the whole world. You are just instrumentally in the physical world. You don't have any other thing to do here.
एक दो को देखते हैं,
You look at each other.
मेरे बहन भाई है,
These are my brothers and sisters.
मेरे बहन भाई है,
My brothers and sisters.
मेरे बाप के बच्चे हैं, बाप सबका
My
एक है।
father's children. This is
तभी हम
the
कहते हैं मेरे बहन
father
भाई।
of all, and this is why we say these
कोई
are
लौकिक
my
संबंध भी है
mothers
ना,
and sisters.
उसको भी हम ये नहीं कह सकते मेरी बहन है या भाई है।
Even in a Lokic connection, we don't say
कई
this is my
माताएं,
mother or sister.
ये
There
मेरा
are some
बेटा है, मैं
mothers who
मतलब
say this is my
मुझे शर्म
son.
आता है क्या बोल रहे
I
हैं,
say, what are you saying?
ये मेरी बहन है, मेरा
This is my
क्या बोल रहे हैं।
sister. What are you saying?
बाबा कहते देह अभिमान को खत्म करो ना।
Baba says you have to destroy body consciousness.
माना ये मेरे है,
We
जब
can't
तक ये
say,
भान है ना,
as long as you have this feeling that this one belongs to me,
तब तो सूक्ष्म।
to that extent you are away from the
First class.
subtle. But you have to go into that first class subtle state of awareness,
एक बाबा ही मेरी नजरों में हो,
where there is only Baba who comes to my eyes,
और सब बाबा के बच्चे हैं,
and all the rest are Baba's
मेरे
children,
बहन भाई है। जब बाबा
my
कहते हो
brothers
ना,
and
तो
sisters.
मेरे बहन भाई।
Because of Baba being mine,
फिर
these are
फिर
my
का
brothers
बेहद
and
किया,
sisters. This word mine is an unlimited
बेहद
use
है।
of the word.
अभी गिनती नहीं कर सकते कितने मेरे बहन
You
भाई हैं।
cannot count how many brothers and sisters you have.
इसमें निर्मल शांता दादी,
Nirmal Shanta
दादी
Dadi,
थे, याद होगा,
you
किसी ने
would
पूछा आपको कितने
remember
बहन भाई हैं?
people asked how many
कहाँ
brothers
पता
and
चल जाएगा।
sisters. She said, oh
उसने
yes.
ऐसे ही बोला,
And she had answered
लौकिक
in
के हिसाब
such a
से।
way on the basis of
मैंने
Lokik.
कहा,
She
अच्छा
said,
तुम गिनती करना कितने मेरे बहन भाई हैं।
count how many my brothers and sisters there are. How many brothers and sisters there are.
ऐसी दृष्टि वृत्ति
And with such a drishti and such an
स्मृति में
attitude,
रहने से
staying in that
सूक्ष्म में आवाज
awareness,
आता है।
subtly the voice
बहुत काल से ऐसी
emerges.
स्थिति बनाने वाले
As someone
आज
who has
तुम्हारा
made this
अंतमते
stage
सो
over a long time,
गति अच्छी होगी।
that soul will
अंतमते सो
get
गति
a
माना
last thought will take you to the good last
बाबा गति
destination.
सदा के लिए सदगति।
And so for all
पता
time
ही
you will
हमारा
be in the
जो
true
हर मूल्य में आता
destination.
है, सत्युग
It
में
comes
अकाल मृत्यु
in
नहीं होगा।
the Murli that there will be no untimely death in the
पुराना
golden
शरीरों का
age.
टाइम आएगा, शरीर
Your
छोड़ना।
body will be old, the time will come, you will leave the body, it'll be
वो
very
ऐसी
straightforward.
संस्कार अभी हमारे
And now we have to have this sanskar within
बन
us.
रहे हैं।
This
शरीर से
sanskar is getting created to become
परमात्मा
detached from the
शक्ति को
body, and by the power of the Supreme Being,
अपना साथी बनाने का।
we are making him
परमात्मा
our
शक्ति
own.
हमारे साथ है।
The power of the Supreme
बाबा साथ
Being
है
is
कैसे
with
जाने बाबा
me.
की शक्ति,
Baba is with me, Baba's power is with
सतत
me.
पावन बाबा की शक्ति
The power of Baba, the purifier of the
इतना साथ दे
impure,
रही है।
gives me so much support and
Okay.
assistance.
सूक्ष्म
So
अपने आप को अंदर
subtly look at yourself inside,
देखो, तो बड़ा अति मीठा
and then you will find absolutely sweet,
प्यारा
loving,
वो जो गीत बजता है ना,
this song that we play,
सत्युग में आना है मुक्ति
that
धाम में
we
जाना
have
है।
to come to the golden age, we have to go to the soul world, nothing else.
सत्युग में आना है मुक्ति धाम में जाना है।
We have to go to the world of
सत्युग में आने
liberation
की भी
and
तैयारी है
come
अच्छी।
to the golden age, and so all preparations must be
राजयोगी है,
ready.
राजऋषि है।
We are a Raj Yogi and a Raj Rishi. In today's blessing, we are Raj Rishi, one who has unlimited disinterest or dispassion,
संस्कारों के मालिक है।
the master of the mind, intellect, and sanskaras. These are the sanskaras of ruling. I am a Raj
भगवानों वाक्य
Rishi.
जो बाबा के माँ
God
वाक्य है ना,
speaks, his words are
कभी के सत्य वचन, वो सत्य
always
सत्य बाबा के
becoming
माँ वाक्य
true.
वचन है
Whatever
ना,
Baba had
इतने
said
सत्य है
has contained so much truth
जो हमको सच्चा
that it makes us true,
पावरफुल
and powerful.
योगी बनने में साथ देता है.
And yogi, he gives us
अभी
so much
दो
support
चार
for
पाँच
that.
मिनट